All right, this is my first art junk journal. This one happens to be from my sister. She loves Raggedy Ann, and I found this old Raggedy Ann book at a thrift store. While I don't like to cut up old books, this one the pages were kind of messed up. I did use some of the images in the book. I used a cover, as you can see, and I used some of the pages, and I'll save some of the images for later projects as well. So, and again, I said this is for my sister so she can forgive any of the mistakes I've made in it. I just used a standard 3-hole punch size, so she can add other paper, graph paper, notebook paper as she needs it. And I just use simple binding rings that open and close pretty easy, so she can add pages, take pages out, whatever she wants to do. And it just has a ribbon closure to keep it all together. All right, now the inside cover is a page out of the Raggedy Ann book. Has a little stamp here, and I gelled it, and here is my big mistake. And I'm not sure how to fix it, so it's going to stay that way. A little journaling card. This is my favorite page. I saw one similar on the internet. A lady did some art journal pages, and I loved them. So I found an image I liked, and then I printed it, and then I cut it out, and I paper pieced these together. The umbrella, the raincoat, the tights, and the little rain boots. And then glued them all together. This is a page out of the Raggedy Ann, a handy book. It was a lake scene. It was kind of neat with the reflection and the little shoreline, so I thought that would be good. And then I painted the sky and the rainbow, and the raindrops are puff paint to give a little bit of texture, and I stamped the words, which is why they're not even, and a little button for the top of the umbrella. And if you can see that, the umbrella and the rain boots are glossy. A glossy accent on the top of them so that they turned out a little bit glossy. I love this page. This page is just kind of a blank page. She can do whatever she wants. Journal, favorite notes, things she needs to remember, important dates, things like that. That's just left blank for her to do. A little journaling card here that I inked up a little bit and double-sided. This was a piece of graph paper, and then I painted on it with gelatos. I don't know if you're familiar with gelatos, but I love gelatos. They're so much fun to work with. And then I put a little metal embellishment down here. And this is just a journaling card gelled to the page and then stamped it. And then over here you'll see these are bird cutouts. And they go along with the back side of this page. So the back side is a place with a little pocket, and she can have her little journaling cards in here. She can put pictures on them or journal on them, whatever she wants to do. Just some fun little stuff. And here are my birds, so that's why the little edge went with this. I love birds. And then we went to Paris a while back, so I just kind of wanted to remember that. Fun little page. This is my second favorite page. This is one I hand drew, and then I backed it with graph paper. I love graph paper. And then I inked the edges, put a little stamp here, and it opens to a butterfly of sorts. Inked on the inside, and then graph paper on the back. So she can journal on all the sides. She can do whatever she wants in there. This page was a lot of fun. It was inspired by the same lady who inspired the umbrella page. I hand drew the pumpkin and cut out all the pieces, so this is paper pieced. The little leaves are punched. The little stem is hand cut. And these are die cut, and they are pages from the Raggedy Ann book. Just ripped the edge of the page, inked, gelled everything, stamped, and put a little journaling card on top of another little tag. So just a fun little journaling page. She loves the fall, so I thought she would love that. This one was inspired by Pinterest, I believe. It's kind of fun. It's got clothesline with some little envelopes. This is a page from the Raggedy Ann book, so I used that, and then I have swirled paper. You can kind of see barely in the background, and then I painted over the top with the gelatos. The clouds are hand cut out. These two are little punches that I have. So, and then glittered. You know, you gotta have glitter on your clouds. And then I ran the clothesline post through the embosser, and then just kind of put a little bit of gelato on the top of those and gelled everything. A little postcard to go along with that page. A little journaling card for her. This page was inspired by the lady with the umbrella page. A lot of fun. My sister loves coffee and tea, so this one was a lot of fun. These are hand cut. I had to hand draw them and then cut them out because I didn't have a cut die. And then the coffee I did a little brown piece of paper and then put glossy on it. This is a piece of notebook paper I just tore up and then gelled down and then stamped the steam, and I had a little stamp for the coffee beans. And this was just a little blank card, and I stamped it and then gelled it. And then on the inside I cut some paper, rounded the corners, and inked the edges so she can have a little book to fill out for her journaling on that page also. This page was a screw up. I had an idea in my head and then the idea just flew away, so I couldn't finish it. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I love the little flowers with the stitching. I do not like the way this edge turned out, but if I try to rip this stuff off, I'm afraid I'm going to rip the page, and I really do like the other page. So she can just journal on this page, draw on this page, doodle on this page, or she can take it out and try to recover it, whatever she wants to do. A couple more little journaling cards for her to use, so she can just keep little notes. This was a fun page, kind of a recipe page. I thought maybe some of her favorite recipes she could keep on here. So it just does a flip up. I printed the recipe cards off the internet, put them on cardstock, and then did little paper hinges to attach them to the back of the page. Some little letters are just stuck on there, and little baker's twine. Down here's a little envelope, and it has a little journaling card in it, so she can take it out and journal, do whatever she wants, put photos on it. Stick more recipes down here, whatever she wants to do. Just a little secret journaling place. And then I like the flowers on the dark background. This is the last page. This is holding her supplies. So I cut each of these out and then glued a little bit of sticky notes to it so she can, mark things on her pages that she wanted to. This is a little journaling card. She can put another one in here or journal all over the page, whatever she wants. And then on the back, it's a picture of me making her book. So she knows I actually made it. I didn't go out and buy it anywhere. And then this is a place for a pen. It's just a piece of paper stuck with a eyelet to the top of the page. So that holds her little pen for journaling. And then this is another page out of the book. It's the history of Raggedy Ann. So I thought she might enjoy that. It came in the book itself. And this was an image from the book, and I just put it on the top of another envelope. And she got a spot for a journaling card, and there's a little note for me in this one. So, and then like I said, it expands so she can add all the pages she wants to it. And then the ribbon comes between the paper and the fabric that I used for the cover. Now the back cover I didn't care for on the book. It wasn't my favorite, so I covered it with fabric and wasn't sure what to do with the edge since I wasn't going all the way around with it. So I just covered it with rickrack. So not the best job in the world, but it will probably hold up okay and work for her, so I hope. If not, too bad. Anyway, that is my art journal, junk journal for my sister, and I hope she likes it. Thanks.